Hi, my name is Mars. I'm 16 years old from New York and I'm Haitian. And in today's video, I'm very excited to be talking about detachment because detachment has personally helped me in so many areas of my life. In today's video, I actually have notes, so I'm going to break it down for you guys. In the first half of the video, I'm going to be talking about ways that I feel detachment is a very important skill to have. And in the second half, I'm going to be talking about ways that you can become a more detached person. So the first point that I made is that life will not always teach you in a way that you prefer. Now, let's say that you're attached to a person in your life. Let's say this person is a significant other. Life / God / the universe, whatever you believe in, is trying to teach you, hey, you need to move on and continue on with your life. This person is holding you back. Your attachment to this person is holding you back. So what are they going to do? They're going to completely fuck up the relationship. Now, because you are so attached to this person, you are going to spiral out of control when this happens. You're going to start identifying with negative emotions that are not you. You're going to start doing things that you're going to regret in the future. You're going to start straying away from your purpose. You're just going to spiral and turn into a complete mess. And a lot of people don't see the issue with that. They think, oh yeah, but like my boyfriend left me, so it's understandable that I let myself go and I let go of all my dreams and aspirations and I'm just in bed crying all day. Like, are you kidding me? Yes, give yourself time to process and understand your emotions. I definitely advocate for processing and honoring your emotions because your emotions are there to be felt. They are not there to be suppressed. But something that pisses me off personally, because I've done it many times before, is when people drag it out to a point where you're just mad for no reason. You're just upset for no reason. You're just anxious for no reason. Why are you allowing something that happened fucking years ago to still impact you to this day? You need to detach from the situation. You need to detach from the person. You need to detach from the experience in order for you to move forward. In order for you to pick up on whatever lesson that life is trying to teach you and move forward with that. Because just because you lost your job, just because you feel like you have no friends, just because your boyfriend dumped you, just because things seem to be going completely wrong, doesn't mean that they are. Because I promise you, nothing happens in vain. You will never experience heartbreak, failure, anxiety, depression. You will never experience any of those things in vain. Beneath all of that is a lesson to be taught. And that is my second point, which is seeing things for what they truly are. When we as humans experience things such as anger, anxiety, depression, sadness, there is always something beneath that. Personally, for me, right? When I experience anger, when someone crosses a boundary with me, I know that beneath that, there is hurt. And there is hurt because I put trust in that person. I put faith in that person to not cross my boundaries, but they still did. I am 100% allowed to feel that hurt. But once you attach to it, that is where you will begin to spiral. That is where you will begin to turn the knife back at yourself and stab yourself in the chest. When all you needed to do was take what you needed to take from that situation and left. When you are blinded by attachment, when you are blinded by anger and hurt and all of these things, it can cause you to act irrationally in the moment. And a lot of the time, that's when murder happens. That's when suicide happens. That's when people start doing just crazy things. And I know this because I've had thoughts like these. I've done certain things that I just completely regret because I was so attached to the fact that, oh, I'm angry. Oh, I feel depressed. Oh, I feel anxious. Instead of seeing what was truly under those emotions and taking what I needed to take and leaving it behind. Yes, I'm going to say this again. Process your emotions. Feel your emotions. Do not eat your emotions away. Do not smoke your emotions away. Do not drink your emotions away. Do not tune them out with music or with social media. Feel your emotions. Because when you do that, you understand yourself more and you understand why you were triggered. And with that, you can take whatever lesson you needed to take and go with it. Third point that I have is following purpose over pleasure. And with this, detachment saved my life because I used to be so attached to the story of, oh yeah, I'm just depressed and like no one likes me and like I'm corny. I have nothing good to say, da 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 da. I was just so attached to the story of myself in my head. I couldn't imagine myself being any greater than how I saw myself in the past. But once I began to detach from that reality and realizing, like, wait, I can be confident, I can be beautiful, I can be loved, I can be intellectual, I can be all of these things. That was when my purpose became so much clearer, so much clearer. And with following pleasure, you can follow pleasure and hurt yourself at the same time. Pleasure is comfort. Comfort is the killer of man. Literally one of my favorite quotes. Comfort is the killer of man. When you are comfortable in a relationship, obviously you're supposed to be comfortable, but not comfortable to the point where if things were to change, it would completely throw you off your path. Because what happens then is it's completely your fault. And you can't blame anybody. You can't blame God. You can't blame the universe. You can't blame life. You can't blame the person. That's on you. Because you allowed something that you weren't even supposed to be attached to completely throw you off course. So now, let's say, for example, you have, I don't know, a significant other. You're completely attached to them. You count on them to make you feel beautiful, to make you feel confident, to make you feel smart, all of these things. Yet what ends up happening is they leave you. And you allow their absence in your life to destroy your life. And once that happens, like I said, you cannot blame anybody but you. You have to be detached enough to a point where you can say, okay, there's certain things that I want to indulge in right now. I want to indulge in social media. I want to cry over my ex all day. I want to go and get revenge on this person for making me feel a certain way. I want to go do this. I want to go do that. But when you're detached from these things and you don't feel like you have to do something in order to make yourself feel better, or you feel like you don't have to do something because there's a much clearer purpose at hand, that is where things are going to just look so much better for you. So now I'm going to get into the second half of the video where I'm talking about ways that you can become a more detached person. And the first point that I made is to focus on what you can control. And focusing on what I could control really made me realize how much control I do have. By this, I mean, when we say things such as, I am depressed, I am sad, I am anxious, we are attaching to these ideologies. We are attaching to these feelings when we know that this is not all that we are. Instead, we could say, I feel sad. A part of me feels depressed. A part of me feels anxious. Then we realize, like, wait, I might feel anxious, but I have so much control over what I can do right now. I might feel like I can't walk up to that girl, but I have working legs. I could do it. So understanding that you have control over a lot of freaking things that you don't really think about in the day-to-day basis could definitely help you to detach more, because it helps you to realize, like, wait, I am not my emotions. I am not this situation that is happening to me. I am not this toxic relationship. I am not what is hurting me. So yeah, the second point that I made is to practice gratitude. And practicing gratitude can be really, really difficult if you're in a place of just pure hatred for your current situation. But I promise you, you don't have to do anything crazy. I started practicing gratitude by literally opening my journal in the morning and writing down 3 things I'm grateful for. I'll say stupid shit like, I'm grateful for having glasses, I guess, so I can see. I'm grateful for not being bald. I'm grateful for having a bed. And slowly but surely, it went from I'm grateful for having a bed to I'm grateful for water. I'm grateful for food. I'm grateful for the people around me. I'm grateful for the lessons life has to teach me. I'm grateful for my YouTube channel. I'm grateful for my family, this, that, and the third. And I started realizing like, wow, my life is so much better than the bullshit that I hyper-focus on. A lot of the times when we are attached to things, especially negative things, we seem to hyper-focus on them and forget that there is so much more around us and so much more that life has to offer us. So yeah, try your best to express more gratitude for your situation, because I promise you there is something that you can be grateful for. The third point that I made, and the last point that I made, is to be present. I was gonna say to meditate, but to meditate is to be present. To be present is, as an example, I'm present in the fact that I'm making a video right now. I'm present and feeling the way that this seat feels beneath me. I'm present in recognizing that I am breathing in clean air. I'm present with my environment and I can scan and look at my environment. You could look at me through your phone. You can feel your couch or your floor or whatever you're sitting on under you. Being present does not mean chopping out other thoughts from your mind. Being present just means witnessing and recognizing everything without judgment. And this is practically the definition of detachment, having the ability to witness and recognize everything around you without judgment or without attachment, obviously. Being present is definitely like difficult in today's day and age because, like I said earlier on in the video, people love to drown out their emotions with weed, alcohol, drugs in general, social media, significant others, family, friends, you name it. We drown out emotions with everything, and I can say that with confidence because I do it too. I drown out my emotions very frequently to the point where I had to recently start forcing myself to just experience anger, experience sadness, to experience jealousy and all of these things, because I realized that in not experiencing them, I'm not doing myself any good at all. So try to just be more present in the moment. And something that could really help you with doing this is breath work. I recommend the Wim Hof technique. I'm gonna definitely link that in the bio because that helped me a lot during times where I just felt very anxious. Wim Hof breathing technique, meditating. I love meditating, doing yoga, and it doesn't have to be boring shit like that either. Like, listen to your favorite artists and really focus in on the lyrics and how the beat is hitting you. Go cook, just try to be as present as you can in the moment of every single day. All of the tools that I gave, meditating, yoga, these are just additional add-ons that can help you to remind you to be more present as the day goes on. So I'm very happy that I did that video because Little Mars Little Mars would have been very, very proud to see me going from suffering from being such an attached person to being able to talk about and be confident about the topic of detachment. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye.